Local child care experts say there is a big demand for daycares that are open 24 hours a day, but they're hard to operate, which is why you don't really see any in our area. News 8's Scott Behrens is here to tell us about a proposed facility that would watch kids 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Mike, the Madison Elementary School building in Winona was originally going to be turned into a senior living space. Then it was set to be a mixed-use apartment complex, and now it looks like the former school is going to be a 24/7 child care facility, and Winona City officials are excited.
It's something that the entire community would benefit from.
Winona's city planner, Carlos Espinoza, says there's a big demand for 24/7 childcare.
There are a lot of manufacturers in Winona, and they're working around the clock. So people are working second, third shifts, and especially for those types of times during the day, need some additional assistance for taking care of kids.
Espinoza says the child care facility also makes sense since that's what the building is already zoned and built for.
A good option for the school. It's already set up with classrooms and kind of a multi-purpose area and some outdoor space for kids to run around in.
It's also in the perfect location.
It's right in the center of the city, relatively accessible for people bringing their kids there, and it's in the core of Winona where a lot of our existing businesses are.
24/7 child care is also in demand in La Crosse.
We have a lot of families that work in the fast food industry as well as retail that work outside of like the normal business hours. So I've been getting phone calls from families that are needing almost evening care.
Cooley Children's Center receives multiple calls every month from families hoping the center will watch their kids on nights or weekends.
Sometimes they're on mandatory overtime and they need Saturday care, so they actually come to me and go, hey, do any of your child care teachers want to babysit on the weekends?
The center would love to accommodate those families, but says it's hard to do because it would need to find more employees and pay for extra licensing.
It would be a really difficult thing to take on because not only do you need to follow those licensing rules, you also need to have the staff to man it. And there's just not a lot of adults that I would think would want to work kind of that overnight shift.
If the Winona facility can get over those barriers, Espinoza thinks it will be a success, and he loves the idea of preserving the former school building.
It's a historic site. It's locally and nationally designated. It's very important to the fabric of the neighborhood.
In addition to the daycare, Winona City officials say the developer can build 16 housing units on the property without needing a zoning change. Mike?
Thanks a lot, Scott. We did reach out to the owner and developer of the Madison Elementary School building to see if he'd be interested in building those apartments, and we're still waiting to hear back.